Ichigo, yahoo! Hi everybody! Happy Friday! It's been such a long week, even though I haven't gone to school at all this week. But that's okay. Has the leaderboard always had ats before everyone's name? Oh wait. It's showing like the YouTube, like the actual like YouTube username. That's so weird. Anyways, I hope everyone's having a good day. Sorry for the 6-minute waiting room. I was making tea and it took me forever because I ran out of purified water. And thank you guys for waiting for the 20 minutes because my Wi-Fi was being weird. I don't know if it was my Wi-Fi or my computer. But it was 6 to 7 minutes. Yeah. I was 6 to 7 minutes late. So you're late. No, you're not late at all. We just started. I hope you're doing well, Meepy. How are you? I'm doing good. I didn't go to school today because I haven't mustered up the courage to risk being pulled over. I keep burping. Anyways, I burped again. I'm having tea right now. I come bearing good news. My new doctor got me a neurologist appointment in like a week, like is how long it took me to get one. And then the earliest one is this month, the latest one is in December. He got it done really quickly. I have no idea if my doctors even forwarded my medical records to my new doctor yet. But they still got it done anyways. So I'm really grateful. Do you have a neurological issue? I'm not sure. That's what they're looking for. Well, I got my first neurology referral in March, and it took my old doctor, forever they kept saying they were gonna put it in and I was gonna get a call, and it was never made. So I went to a new doctor and they got it done really quickly. You already tried to introduce people usernames in the chat idea back a few weeks ago, now they're trying again. Ew, it's so gross. I don't like it. Maybe it's they too. What is it? They? Or the YouTube? At first I thought it was like my OBS glitching out. Anyways, I had all my shit ready, and then it was like, at first it was taking forever to load, and then it was just showing white for my slides. You know, YouTube. So replace you with the wait, is there a joke that I'm not understanding? I was saying this with epilepsy 11 years ago, 14 at the time. I had to get some weird tests done. Hope yours goes well. Thank you. What were the weird tests? They told me that I can't. That when I come, I should have my hair washed with no conditioner. And I was like, uh-oh, because if I don't use conditioner, my hair is gonna poof up, and that always causes problems in like medical machinery. I also don't know. Is that the machine like the Is the MRI the machine that's like magnetic? Does that bother the metal in my face? Some neurologist sucks, so I hope you did a good one. Thank you, Tumas. Sorry about your epilepsy. I have seizures too, but they're not epileptic seizures. They're like one of the other thousands of subtypes of seizures. But now it's not about you anymore. Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, there's some going hard with this one. I'm out of water! Again! Usually if you get an MRI, the last you take out any metal you got on you. I wonder, how does that go if someone has braces, though? You just have to get them quickly taken off? I'm gonna slide down here for a second. Uh-oh. Okay. Chotto mate, I'm still here. I'm just behind the title and the date and the likes and dislikes bar on the video. I'm just hanging out down here. Do I want to stand for your anime club? I don't know. I don't think so. I'll be chill today. I got a new dress today. I'm pretty happy about that. Right. I ate a bunch of almonds for the stream, so I might start choking. Yosh! Wah! Here we are. Back in the school. In the school that we all go to, in this classroom, in the school for anime club, in the school that we all go to together at school. Thank you all for coming back to school on a Friday night at 9:32 p.m. God, he's so hot. What? Rudolph? Or is this gonna be ceramic? Ceramic. Are there plastic braces? I don't think so. School slur. School sensor beep. I had an EEG where I had to wear a bunch of wires at home. What? I had to take them home? Didn't shower for three days. Bro. I guess that's no challenge for me, but I don't know. If it's like a hot 3 days, that won't be very fun. I'm trying to micromanage talking with like food stuck in my mouth and then my burps. Anyway, when I had my heart monitor on, it was like paste on my skin, and I was always worried about showering with it, and every time I had to take it off, it would like peel off my booby skin, because my booby skin is so thin and fragile, and it would like rip it off and stretch it far away as I would peel the monitor off me. And then when I would have to switch out my like the plastic. There's thunder outside. I'm scared, chat. I'm scared. I think it's gonna rain. It was so loud. It shook the wall. Anyways, when I would replace the like waterproof plastic around it, it would like I would have to paste it over the like raw open skin, and then I would have to peel it off the next day. It was horrible. Ellen Fortis, I understand, but you can still body wash certain parts. Oh, that's good. I don't know. I'd be developing like a vague stench that there's like no solid place from where it's coming from. It could just be like hormones though. What are you scared of? There's thunder outside. Might be a stupid question. What stupid question? Assuming everyone's gathered in. Hajime mashou. Anime kurabu. I'll put this up here. Storm is approaching. It was pretty cloudy out earlier. I wonder if I can get through the whole anime club without having ice water. I have tea, but no water. Okay. I have my rubber bands in. I'm a nerd. I had something else I wanted to say. Oh yeah, I'm in a pink lingerie right now. I found it in my pajama drawer, and I just figured, why don't I dress up for the occasion? So I'm sitting here. I just raw dogged a thing of bulldog noodles, and I want more noodles. It was really hard not to make more to eat on stream, but I want to be so gross. So I'll be raw dogging more noodles later, but not right now. There's so much nuts in my mouth, bro. 1 second. I got to get some water, dude. I can't handle all the nuts in my mouth. I'm back. I thought my mic was on. Anyways, what else? Okay, I have my bands, I have my tea, I have my water. I debated grabbing the Baja Blast in the fridge. I said no because I don't need 3 beverages today. And I have my hot goose that I burnt in the microwave. Kid lingo, I'm just autistic. Oh, alright, Anime Club. Haji Memasho. I should expect to hear multiple 6-7s in the stream. I'm not a 6-7. Well, I turned in my Russian homework and I circled the 6-7 in red on the thing before turning it in. But in my defense, he was driving me insane. His homework drives me insane, and that was the tiniest bit of dopamine I got from that homework. No, we just started not long ago. Alright. Hajimemashou ka. Anime Club. Meeting number... What the fuck? 20. Alright, look at this. Isn't that cool? Wasn't that some cool animation? Alright, order of freakery. First, we're gonna do the icebreaker. Then we're gonna do the anime overview. And then the character discussion. And then OST, rating, etc. discussion, everything else. Also, we only watched episodes 1 through 14. I had to burp. I keep pausing the burp and then nothing happens. It's like a silent burp. Freaking me is stupid as fuck. That's just watched episodes 1 through 13. And 14 aired. So we watched that one kinda. I was gonna sleep, but I don't wanna miss this very real school you'll attend. Good choice. Good choice. You wouldn't want to miss. Were we in night school? Wait, this is after school, but is it night school? I forget that night school exists, or does it only exist in anime? And then trivia or fun fact, and then next week's voting. Alright, icebreaker for you shy, quiet people. What was your first anime? My first anime, I vividly remember. Actually no, it's like 3. I think Dragon Ball was the first because it was like around me. I didn't choose to watch it, but I grew up on it. And then my first like deliberate anime was my sister introduced me to a Fruits Basket, Hamtaro, and I think another one. There were 3, and I kept googling or like looking all 3 of them up on YouTube, and the only one that I really liked was Fruits Basket. And so that was like my first one that I chose, I think. And after that, it was Tokyo Mew Mew, and I love my younger sister. All 3 of those on rewatch rotation. I didn't watch a new anime till I was like 12. I would just rewatch Fruits Basket and Tokyo Mew Mew, and I love my younger sister. In little 5-minute snippets on various YouTube videos until I felt like I got the gist of the whole story. Usually out of order, too. Aki's asleep behind me. So cute. He's been so sleepy. No Dragon Ball in Russia. That is horrible. I think it's raining. I hear it pelting my window. Dragon Ball went in Spanish for some reason, so I didn't understand the thing. You just chose to stick with it in Spanish? Technically Pokemon, but Sailor Moon is what got me really invested in anime. I have yet to watch it. Should I? Naruto, High School DxD, first anime, last ecchi. That was the last? Was it like a long time ago? Dragon Ball GT? Oh bro. Isn't GT like bad? I mean, I remember it upset me when I was a kid because I was like, what do you mean? What do you mean like Videl is old? What do you mean? She just got here. And and I'm watching like Super and like Dragon Ball Z, because for some reason Super... Actually, Super seems younger, but Dragon Ball Z is like... I don't know. Wait, huh? When does Super take place compared to like late Z? Watch Sailor Moon. For real? I watched because my friends told me to. But because I never watched that shit after that, it's just regular anime. Just regular anime. I cannot read. Yeah, I watched High School I think DxD or DD. How do you guys say it? Actually, no. I watched High School of the Dead, and I remember nothing. My stomach hurts so bad, bro. I ate the bulldog, and my stomach's going strong. Highly recommend Sailor Moon Ichigo. I mean, it's pretty iconic, but I hear a lot of good things about it, like that it's not just people blinded by nostalgia, that it's actually good. DBZ, Super, very end of DBZ. Oh, I see. Thank you, maybe. I should have known that the professional Dragon Ball fan would have my back in the serious question. I can always depend on you, maybe, Morps. For Dragon Ball related concerns. Yes, it's actually good. Arthur, you like magical girl anime? That's pretty cool. I'm gonna take a sip of my tea. I have biscuit tea again. It's so fucking peak, bro. It's so peak. I love the biscuit tea. Long live the biscuit tea. Future Diary, let's go! That was like one of my first deliberate ones. Anyone remember Shiki? I would watch like scenes of it, but I never watched the actual anime. Yeah. Future Diary. Mirai Nikki. Funnily enough, I've only been a DB fan for the past year or two. What? A noob? I can't believe this. It is ingrained in my soul. Most otakus and worshipping with Sailor Moon. Really? Was it just like the last thing that was allowed into Russia before like sanctions hit? I have yet to watch another. Mirai Nikki's OP is peak. I always want to cover it really bad. Huh? Oimiha. What? It's raining. It's raining and it's loud. I don't know if you guys can ever hear it. It's like the wind is making it pelt against my window more than usual. Ah. What if it floods like last time? I'll be nonchalant. Okay. See, I get what? Bread. No. Go drink water. I can Carnivorous. When she was 1995, I think most otakus began from it in Russia. Is there a reason? I got to watch Future Diary again. I was rewatching it a bit. I was showing it to my friends, and they were like, you know, it's okay to admit that you're blinded by nostalgia. I don't know. I think it has such a nice charm to it. There are way shittier, older animes like Sword Art Online is ass. It is ass. Future Diary is better. YouTube did a weird update. My progress down the drain. What, your vomit streak? Be glad you don't have to have a no shitting yourself streak. Drinking water, yeah. Okay, I'm proud of you, Brad. Good job. I don't know. I personally long to throw up. Does anybody else get excited when they throw up? Because I am constantly nauseous all the time. And I always want to throw up. I'm always like, please, please, bro. Because I've been up all night being nauseous and dry heaving, but never actually throwing up before. So when I throw up, I'm like, oh yay, yeah, that's how I feel when I'm vomiting. I love the after effect. I love eating a sandwich after throwing up because it's like I don't know. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like finally being able to eat after being nauseous for so long. Trigun was my first. Oh, the original? I've been wanting to watch the new one that's like 3D. Should I start with the original first? Generally, I don't like the feeling. It depends if it's like sickness vomiting or if it's like fucked up body vomiting. Cause sometimes I throw up just like straight like goop, and I'm just like, bro. Or like bile vomiting. It sucks. And I throw up everything, I'm gonna die. I know what you're talking about. It's like realizing that you're going to and accepting it is a harrowing experience. The beginnings. It's not similar to America with Akira. Vomit in mine. Yeah, keep going. Yeah. Yeah. I've not seen the new one. I want to watch it because the priest guy is hot. Enough about vomit. Oh, okay, Arthur. I guess. I love pronouncing his name fucked up because I can't pronounce the R and the sound fucks up the R roll for me. It just comes out sounding really weird. Arthur, but it's funny. It's not similar to the US, I see. It is funny. Alright, Sugi. Alright, the anime we're talking about today is Gachiakuta episodes 1 through 14. It is summer 2025. 24 episodes. They're currently airing, so the 14th one just came out. It's PG-13 and has an 8.04 on my anime list currently. And here's the synopsis. In a city where the rich carelessly discard everything, a slum boy named Rudo scavenges for value in their waste. After being framed for his adoptive father's murder, he's thrown into a deadly pit filled with toxic air and monstrous creatures. Saved by a warrior called a cleaner, Rudo gains a powerful weapon and joins the fight to survive, escape, and avenge his father. If that sounds like peak to you, which it is, get the fuck out of here and go watch it, because this is the last spoiler warning you guys get. After this, the experience will be ruined, so scurry away and go watch it for yourself if that sounds interesting. I promise you it's pretty good. It's been so long since I've seen new gen peak like this. I'm so happy. I could shed a tear right now. I want my experience ruined. No spoilers. It's so good to experience like straight up raw. I slumped episode 8 or 9, bro. I'll drop out for a bit once we reach episode 8, except for the last couple episodes. I want to hear your thoughts on almost full deal. Did you see? Are you saying that like you watched the episodes with Amo in them, or? I'll probably go over them episode by episode, and I'll go over it at the end too. I'm so tired, so I'm laying down in bed listening to the stream. Oh, well, I'm glad. I hope you fall asleep and have nice dreams, maybe. Unless you don't want to fall asleep. In that case, I hope you stay awake forever. And it hurts so bad, and you just want to go to sleep, but you never can't. But you never can. Yeah, if you don't want to sleep, I hope you're able to stay awake. Isn't that just like insomnia? Or there's actually people out there like that. That shocks me as someone who's chronically fatigued. Alright, anyway. Last spoiler warning. I see clips and info floating around online. Amo and her arc. Oh yeah. I'm surprised I didn't see anything about her arc on TikTok. I searched it up, but I didn't see anything pop up about it. But I also don't get that much anime stuff on my feed that's not Dragon Ball. Insomnia, no, I just hate myself. Dude, I feel like when you're in college, the night, like when I was a kid, all-nighters felt long as fuck. Now, in college, they fly by, bro. Like, you'll be doing an all-nighter, you'll be like, oh shit, it's 12 AM right now, and I have to get up at 9 AM, there's just not enough time. 9 hours is not enough time. And then, it's like 3 AM, you're like, oh shit, and then it's like 4, you're like, oh, well what's the point anymore? It's horrible. Chronically tired, but caffeine is eternally sleeping. I wished caffeine did anything to me. It just makes me nervous. It makes me tired and it makes me nervous. Math at 2 AM slaps! It's the best feeling! I'm so glad I don't have to do math right now, bro. I would actually crash out. Alright, so episode 1, The Sphere. After this, there were like no synopsises on any of the episodes. It just gradually gets shorter and shorter. I probably should start watching writing my own synopsises as we watch, but that seems like tedious. I could just take like notes, but I get my synopsises from various like online websites and sources and stuff. So they kind of gradually disappear as we progress through, because it's such a new anime. There are some animes that are older that still don't have synopsis on my anime list, which I actually submitted a few of my own. So I don't know, I don't think it tells you if your synopsises get included, but if they do, I'd be very happy. So I need to go in and add synopsises to my anime list. It's so weird, the plot. It was unique, and I'm really happy it was unique. Alright, The Sphere. I'm gonna get the synopsis for any noobs who don't feel like watching it, or they're too busy. In a city divided between wealth and poverty, a boy from the slums named Widow risks his life scavenging discarded items from the rich, furious at how easily they waste what others could use. After fixing a toy for his friend and sharing a tender moment, his world shatters when his adoptive father is murdered by a masked figure, and Widow is framed for the crime. Branded a killer like his late father, he's cast into the pit, a massive abyss where criminals and trash are doomed to die. There, surrounded by mountains of garbage and monstrous creatures, Widow awakens to a nightmare that marks the beginning of his fight for survival and vengeance. I'm gonna go over the episode more in depth, because it was a really good first episode, and the art style is really good, the OST is great. So at first, the sphere, I thought the sphere was just like a mountain of sorts, like a mountain, except it's not a triangle shape and turns into a cone shape at the bottom. That's what I thought the sphere was. I think now it's actually floating. That's what I think. We haven't been back to the sphere to even see it later on, but we saw it in the first episode and then he gets tossed off. Like, we see it when we're on it, and then we're just on the ground. So I think it's floating. I'm not sure. And there is like a magic system here. But the people in the sphere basically just throw everything away. They don't even try to fix anything. And it all gets dumped on the ground. And I think immediately it's talking about like wastefulness and like overconsumption. And they turn that into an anime. So I think it's cool. Then there's like a magic system. And he risks... He becomes a felon basically. Because for some reason they protect their garbage really oddly. Even though they don't want it. And... he becomes a felon to go into the like upper class of the sphere, and then he goes back into like the slums, and then so there's like the slums, and then off the sphere there's like this whole sub area of the world that's basically the rest of the world that's covered in the sphere's trash, is what I gathered. And from what I've seen, being on the ground is better than being in the slums, but not really. I can't really say how much so. But that's our world, and then he fixes this girl's... well, he fixes a toy and then gives it to this girl, and then he goes back home, and then this guy kills his dad. He gets his ass beat, and then guards come in and arrest him, and just like immediately sentence him to being tossed off the sphere for murder. And then his crush believes it instantly. And for some reason, all of the little poor people like are so eager to believe it and toss him away. And then so now he's on the ground. And there's monsters down there that are made of trash. That pissed me off. It did piss me off. Me too. It's very similar to real life, I feel. So that was episode 1. The scene where he actually gets tossed off is really, really cool. The art style is really cool. I know, I wasn't sure if she would, because at the beginning she was like, would he really do something like that? Like, she was hesitating. Trash monsters were pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah. Also, the art style is kind of fuzzy. Like, there's like a fuzzy filter over it that almost makes it look like an older anime. I can't tell if that was a design choice because they just wanted it to look older, or if it's like to represent how unclean the air is. I could go back to check and see how like fuzzy it looks in the intro when we're actually in like the upper class. I thought she was gonna be a love interest. I thought she was gonna die. Like, I thought she was gonna be like brutally decapitated or something. I was so sure. He still likes her though, like later. Anyway, so that's our first episode, pretty strong. And then we got episode 2, The Inhabited. After being thrown into the treacherous wasteland known as the ground, Rudo struggles to survive against the monstrous trash beasts and the toxic air surrounding him. Oh yeah, it probably smells crazy here, by the way. Like, it probably stinks really bad. It looks like it sucks. He knows she's bad, but still likes her, yeah. Just as he's about to die, a mysterious man named Engine rescues him, revealing that the ground is actually piled high with the waste dumped from above. Engine, a powerful cleaner, shows Rudo the harsh reality of life below, and tests his potential by leaving him to fend for himself. Captured by human traffickers, Rudo's anger awakens a strange power tied to his gloves, allowing him to bring objects to life as weapons. Impressed, Engine offers him a place among the cleaners in exchange for answers about the ground. But Rudo refuses, still desperate to find his own way back to the surface. So Rudo's like, I need to go back up there. I don't even know what I want to do yet. I'm gonna kill the guy that killed my dad, probably. Or it's everyone in the sphere, bro. Yeah, but he actually, no. You're on episode 8 still. I won't argue with you. He still has a soft spot for that girl. It's disappointing to see. Rudo can't lock in. He won't lock in. He's too much of a simp. But here is pretty cool. So I wrote in my notes, right? If I were Rudo, I would have just killed myself. Cause like, wait, he risked being a felon. He is able to evade becoming an arrested felon. He goes and gives his crush what he risked his citizenship for, or like his clean, happy citizenship, I guess. His criminal record. He gives her the thing that he fixed, and then his dad dies. And then he gets beat the fuck up after his dad dies by the guy that killed his dad. And then the guards come, and then they just before his dad's body is even cold, they're just like, you did it. And then there's no trial, and then he gets publicly humiliated after seeing his dad die. He sees the person that killed his dad in the crowd, and then his crush is like, ah, you're so horrible, and throws what you risked getting arrested for on the ground. You fall a long ass way into a trash pile. You get beat the fuck up by trash monsters, and then when you survive that, you get locked away by human traffickers. Bro, I would have bit my tongue, bro. I would have bit my tongue and bled out right there. Props to Rudo for staying alive, because I would have been done, bro. I would have been like, the Lord is sending me a message right here. This might be a Job story, but I ain't Job. And then the traffickers reach their fingers into the cage, and he just bites the skin off the fingers. He skins their hand. He did. He actually died from biting your tongue. I don't know. I think allegedly there's a bunch of like blood in there. It's like a blood vessel. I mean, I've seen like in shows, they're like, they use it as a threat and they listen. I'm not sure. Anyways, so that's episode 2. It is pretty meta, like Sir and protagonist fall. He's really cool. That's why I was so shocked that he fell victim to the Sempery yet again. Fell victim to the Sempery from thousands of miles away. Tis. Alright, episode 3, The Ground. I was fighting back burp demons. I wanna yawn. I searched them and got sent to the suicide hotline. We got Toaster in trouble. Toaster risked his search history to answer our questions. Thank you, Toaster. You're so brave. The Ground. We get introduced to fine shit here. Look at him. Isn't he great? It's a poo fight of... Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Alright, so... Engine was a giver. I don't know why his name is spelled wrong here. Poop a plunger fight. Yeah! Engine was a giver, a person with the ability to breathe life into objects and draw out their power. Ludo, who has also awakened the same power as a giver, is scouted by Engine to join an organization called the Cleaners, which defeats creatures born from garbage. In search of a way to turn the heavenly realm where he once lived, Ludo to return to the heavenly realm where he once lived. Ludo offers the offer, accepts the offer, but he immediately crashes with his mentor Zonka. Zonka is my beloved Engine. Zonka's hot, he has piercings. That's all I really have to say about this episode. Good night, Arthur. Sleep well. Tea is so good. My orange kitty is so sleepy. He's been so sleepy for so long. Alright, pretty good third episode. It was funny seeing Ludo sling poop everywhere. And we've got a really cool lineup of characters so far. I was like, oh, this is peak. I haven't seen nearly enough people talking about this, in my opinion. I want to see this on the same level of hype as Dandadan. I think it actually deserves it. Pussy now me wheezing and wheezing, not gonna lie, so goofy. I liked their facial expressions when Ludo tried to smile at him. I think I put in the next slide. I wait 3 minutes. Wait, Toaster, are you like awake taking a test right now? What time is it for you? Are you in America? It was funny. Alright, episode 4, Cleaner HQ. We have a black woman alert! Black woman alert! Look, look, look! Black woman alert, and they gave her lighter palms. Can we appreciate this? And there's a black man also later. Black woman alert, everybody. Black anime girl. I will say, there is an addiction to giving dark-skinned characters light hair, white or yellow. I don't know what it is. This happens in American media too. It's always white or blonde. Which I'm not complaining because it looks really cool, but I notice it all the time. Black woman! Then we get introduced to this red-haired girl. I forgot her name. Reaper. It's actually so good. Yeah. Is Dandadan good? That's what you're saying? I couldn't get through Dandadan through. Timmy O'Neill, what was a real big fan of Dio's fighting style and more energetic personality? Oh yeah, Dio. I remembered Reaper, but not Dio. That illuminate cringe in Dandadan. Make moments speak. Isn't she a Gyaru or is her friend a Gyaru? Anyways, we get introduced to like the Cleaner HQ. It's really funny. The anime is really nice. It has potential to be like a comfort anime in 10 years. And it's probably gonna be... I wouldn't be surprised if it's like one of the like... I don't know, like generational big three. Like how like early 2000s you think of like Naruto and Dragon Ball and like Bleach and DBZ, and then like 2010s you think of like Sword Art Online and like what else, like Re:Zero, Mirai Nikki. What else, like the top animes. I see this I think this has potential to be one of those for this generation if it doesn't fall off. Dragon Ball in early 2000s? Wait, Dragon Ball's existed like since like the 80s, yeah. The original Dragon Ball, and then Dragon Ball Z, Super GT. It's been, like, it was airing, I think, when I was younger. Might have just been reruns, though. Did I read this already? I think so. Or no. After arriving at the Cleaner HQ, Judo begins his training by accompanying Dio. Accompanying Dio on a field job, where he starts to learn firsthand how the cleaners fight trash beasts and survive in the dangerous world of the ground. It took me forever to learn the difference between cleaner and, are they called givers? It took me forever to learn the difference. I was so confused. Because, I mean, usually cleaners are cleaners, not always givers. So I was just like, are they not the same thing? It's just like the people that move trash, do magic stuff with trash supplies. But I learned later what the difference was. Theo. I didn't notice all of the girls, Theo especially, are like horribly underweight, like noticeably so. At first I was like, it's just an art style. And anime girls are always really, really little usually. But like Theo especially, her collarbones are really bony. They emphasize like the bones in her legs. It's realistic, but like the guys are always clothed anyway, but like I haven't seen so much boniness on the guys. I don't know. But I was like, maybe they're all just starving, but Dudo like inflates into like a inflation monster later because he eats so much. No crops, yeah. Anyways, episode 5. The synopsises are really short here because I could not find anything like to jog my memory about the episode without rewatching it. The character's bony. Yeah, they do live in a dump. That was just like sugar. Yeah, you're right, Toaster. I doubt they'll just eat sugar. Yeah. Episode 5 Raiders. Dude, this top picture is so scary. I don't know why I put that shit there. I don't want to look at that shit. Episode 5. The cleaners set out on a mission to rescue a surviving Spherite who survived the fall, with Rudo joining them to gain more experience and uncover the truth about life below. This is what starts the this is what starts this like 2 to 3 episode fight with this dreadhead. And it's so annoying to see how much he gets beat the fuck up and he is still alive. I've never disliked the character so much in my life. First major fight was a little long-winded for my liking. Yeah. I was like 3 episodes for a starter fight is crazy. I thought we were gonna start getting kills right away, like for no reason. Nonchalant Dreadhead or Chalant Dreadhead? He's pretty chalant, bro. He's bugging out. He is not nonchalant, bro. This has crazy cosplay potential for the black community, though. This whole anime does. Alright, one good strike. This dude, Jabber, injects people with drugs and shit, and he paralyzes them, and then he starts injecting himself with drugs. And he, for some reason, the damn lean, the damn crack cocaine makes him like immortal. The Fint gives him superhuman strength. It's crazy. So that's why this fight goes on long as hell, I guess. Because he just doesn't die. Shrugman starts crashing out. Yeah. At first I had pity for him, but nah. He just sucks. He is so annoying. And then episode 7, that's where this is the end of the fight. When I first saw this bottom scene, I thought that this girl on the bottom was part of the main like cleaner cast, but I think she's on his side. So I'm not sure. Fine shit looking fine there though. And the guy with like the kind of Demon Slayer vibes in the top picture on the left, he grew on me. I thought he was really cool later. Him and Fine Shit are like the only ones who are nonchalant through the entire episode. They carry so hard. Yeah, apparently that little child is actually 27. What? Really? Bro, she looks so scary there. Ah, my tea is dripping. Okay. So that settles the 3-episode long battle. It was pretty long. And then Ludo creates a damn biblically accurate angel. That's kind of cool. It never comes back for the rest of the episodes that we watched. I'm trying not to make too many solid conclusions because the season isn't even over yet, so I'm trying to keep like open-ended statements. Message got deleted. No! Creates Ian? She does. Episode 8, moving forward. What is Reaper's face here? She's so mischievous. And then we've got inflated Dupo here. This is like a, I guess kind of a more lighthearted episode after the damn fight that we had to go through. He thought that Jabber killed people. I mean, we thought he killed people too. That was how it was painted. And they're just like, oh, I'm still alive, so it's fine. So yeah, I dislike this cliche in animes, and this happens in Naruto. I feel in Naruto it was slightly more acceptable, but the ninja children structure in Naruto freaks me out. But whenever there's like the main character is like a beginner and actually like fighting, and then they join this like occupation or this task force that's supposed to do things, and then they get sent on like a easy, quote unquote easy mission, and then it turns into a 3-episode fight where like a bunch of people almost die or do die. It irks me because I'm just like, bro, give them a break, dude. I gotta watch Naruto some way. Dude, someday. I started Naruto when I was 16. I started watching it and I'm still not done. It takes me forever to muster up the courage to sit down and keep watching. Land of Waves was so peak. Is that what that reminded you of? Average shonen? Anyway, that's like my complaint. It's okay, like, I think Attack on Titan did it well. But it's like, I don't know, I feel like they should have called for a backup or sent Ludo away at a certain point. I'm not sure. I get tired of seeing main characters get pummeled for no reason. Anyways. Episode 9. I read the manga of Naruto through a certain character's death. Stopped because the library never had the next volume. Oh, I see. There's a book series that I really adored when I was like 9, 10, 11, 12. And I was always scared to check it out because my parents hated me reading anything to do with zombies. And it was, oh goodness, did I forget the name? I think the sequel, there were 3 books. I think it was The Forest of Hands and Teeth. And then The Dead Tossed Waves was after that. I loved that book. If I did check it out, I would put it behind my, like, dollhouse or something. But I wasn't allowed to have books like that. But dude, I was obsessed with that book series. Dude, it was so peak. So I need to finish it really badly. You guys are horrible at watching anime. We are so good at watching anime, bro. We are the neat nerd otaku hikikomori task force team? Question mark? Mega squad. Anyways, the city of graffiti. So if you haven't seen this episode, what happens here is that Engine runs into this little orange kid. She starts crying. And then she gets overwhelmed with mania that turns her golden as seen in the second picture. And then she fucking explodes into a bunch of lava and burns alive in front of everybody. This final scene at the bottom is her getting burned alive from the inside out in front of the whole town as she screams. It was really hard to watch. And then everyone is shocked, and then we just leave the town. That's what happens. I didn't realize how chaotic these pictures look together until now. Anyways, this episode was goofy. This episode was goofy to me. At first it wasn't goofy. A whole town around painting, especially in a anime like this, I see why it's here. Because it's like, don't throw things away. Create, but it goes into like that Disney territory. And then the music that played when the child started using their paintbrush superpowers really made it feel like a Disney movie. The child's kind of important, but the child puts a spell on the main characters where basically they can die once? I don't know. It was kind of like plot armor. Cause it comes up later where they're like, you just killed all of my friends. They're like, wait, you don't know? That random child from a few episodes back put a spell on all of us. With the explosion and the drawing, and we can all die once. Probably not like that, but that's how I took it. Now there's actually the same age as Udo, or like a year younger. Really? I thought it was a boy, also because of the voice. It looks like a girl though. Anyways, and then we have episode 10, Penta, the desert, no man's land. They have to go through the like trash desert, and then we see Amo. I thought that Amo was like evil from the beginning, and then she is evil. But here, she looks pretty cool. But I was like, oh, obviously she's gonna cause problems, right? From the way that she looks. She is cute though. How she like has to like she kind of struggles to walk with her big ass boots through the trash, and she has to walk up all those stairs. I'm surprised they didn't address that, like how weak someone would be after walking up all those stairs. Anyway, we get introduced to Amo because they're looking for somebody who claims to have witnessed people that can go up and down from the sphere to the ground. So they meet Amo, and then we go on to the next episode. Amo's hospitality. And then Amo won't answer their questions because she's lonely all the time. And then she just basically brainwashes them all, most of them. And they have to start fighting each other and her. And then that starts our like three episode fight. I don't know. It was a more entertaining fight than the first fight. I will say that. And then this is where Nudo falls victim to the Senpuri because she uses a spell that makes people see people they love, allegedly. And Nudo starts thinking about that fake ass bitch from the sphere. And Nudo starts killing his friends for it, or trying to. Nudo didn't lock in. So annoying. I like the first fight more. Jabber was overpowered, annoyingly so. Jabber won't die. I think Amo's power level was understandable. Amo's voice is really, really cute in the Japanese dub. And then episode 12, we see fine shit at the top here. Something like a bird. Amo, I think here... I don't know if it's the next one. Or this one. I won't say it yet. So they fight. I think this whole episode is just fighting, I think. And almost kind of manipulative and spooky scary. Alright, here. Amo gets beaten the fuck out of. She gets beat up. Like, it beats her up. And it was reasonable, right? And then we see her backstory. She reminds me of Froppy in her face. She has kind of like a frog face when she's a kid. It was satisfying. When I saw Rudo being like, oh, I can't fight back just because she's a woman, I was so scared that like red-pilled people were gonna be like, oh, this is so true. This is just like me, bro. This is so real. I was so scared that like when it gets dubbed, TikTok is gonna have a heyday with it. I don't know if anyone else can just see that happening. I can see it vividly. And then we see Almo's lore. I wrote it down in my notes. So I think, if I'm correct, the author of this series is a woman. I'm not sure if that has anything to do with why Almo's story isn't here. But the way that it's portrayed was interesting to me because I've watched a bunch of animes where there's like, not a bunch, but like probably 2 or 3, where somebody gets like assaulted or something, or like somebody gets like trafficked, or like, I don't know, coerced, taken advantage of. There's a lot of animes where this happens. I think in Mirai Nikki it happens, definitely. Like quite a few times. There's like 3 rape scenes in Mirai Nikki. And in Mirai Nikki, it's like brushed over. In animes where it happens, it's like brushed over. Like it adds lore, but it's not really addressed normally by the characters in the series. What? Is this news to you? 3, yeah, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't remember none of that. There's a scene where like this girl who was kept as a cult leader gets raped all the time, her whole childhood, and then she gets mad at Yuno, so she tries to get Yuno raped. She literally makes an announcement and she's like, "Can all the men of the cult line up?" And because we're about to have a flash sale on Yuno's maidenhood. That's what she said. And then later, there was a flashback of the people they were fighting, where one of them just like actually got raped just because the girl thought that she used her phone too much. I don't know. I was 12 when I watched it too. I knew exactly what was happening. I think that's like how I found it, was I just saw like, I got it in my YouTube recommendations. I just saw Mirai Nikki. The video was called The Rape of I, and it was just like the rape scene. And I was like, wow, that looks really sad. I should watch this anime because I want to watch sad animes. And then I watched Mirai Nikki, and it wasn't like focused on that really much. But it did happen 3 times. I haven't seen it, so I debated putting it in here. Like, for voting, it's such a classic, semi-shitty old anime. It is pretty iconic. I feel like people forget that part of it, though. Gotta watch it again, what the hell. The scenes with Yuki and his mom are suspicious, but they're kind of funny. It doesn't suck. It sucks if you go into it expecting like peak. If you go into it expecting peak, it sucks. If you go into it expecting like ass, it's pretty good. That's all. I feel like, in my opinion, no anime should be worse than Mirai Nikki. Mirai Nikki is like a good 6 or 7. I mean, if it had a remake, it could be. I mean, it's not boring to watch. I'll give it that. It's not boring. It's not repetitive, really. I don't think it's ass. I mean, no anime should go lower than Mirai Nikki. There are animes that do. There are animes that are worse than it. But in my opinion, Mirai Nikki should be like the standard. Like, you should be either Mirai Nikki level or better. No lower. Unfortunately, animes don't follow that standard. But I think if every anime was at least as good as Mirai Nikki, we would have a way better anime pool. Anyway, so I feel like in other animes, when I see a character experience sexual trauma like this, it's like they're in like the form of like a flashback or like a lore dump, and then the rest of the characters kind of move on, and so does that person. Here, the characters at first, they hear all that. The only woman in the room is like, "Oh my gosh, you've been through so much," and all of the men immediately are like, "Yeah, but what about those angels you saw? Yeah, what about the people that go to the sphere?" And I was sure we were gonna like move on immediately. I was like, "Oh, there it is. They're just gonna ignore this really important thing, that this girl has been isolated with one man for her whole life." But apparently, she processes it later in the manga, and the girl addresses it, and the people are like, yeah, we'll come back and be your friend. We'll come back and talk to you. I was really mad that they let her stay there. Because, like, why would you do that? But she said she had some things she wanted to sort out there. And then she closes the door, and that damn dreadhead that won't die does something to her. I don't know what it was because the door was closed. But immediately after she gets beat the fuck up, he's there in her house, I guess. And then she just screams and he's walking away from her house. And I find it funny because the angels that visited her, that gave her the boots, she, like, for some reason they killed Dudo's adopted father, but they don't kill the rapist. And also, it was unclear why they came there in the first place. Because they came there, he was like, hey, you can't be in here, I have to defend my house. They punch him and knock him out. But they don't do anything else. But when they came in there, they weren't even looking at him until he made threats towards them. So I was like, why were they in here? What? That was odd. But anyways. So then we end that episode with, like, something happening to Amo again. And then episode 14, a group of people are attacking the cleaner headquarters. And then we get to see this black queen beat them up. She's so nice. She's perfect. Oh my goodness gracious. And then I think this episode was just like a calm, like, recuperating episode, basically. After everything the main characters have been through so far. In just 14 episodes. But then, at the end, we get to see a character that's like, you're gonna tell me what you did to Amo. Because I guess they go back or something and find out that something happened to her. He is majestic, ain't he? I surprisingly don't remember much about him, but yeah, I put him there. So I think in the next episode we're gonna get, like, they're gonna go back and save Amo, and then she's finally gonna come with them. That's what I think is gonna happen. And then that's where we left off. And the episodes air weekly. I don't know if you guys know this, but when you're watching an anime that's still airing, usually every Sunday is when I check for a new episode. I'm not sure. I think it has the information of what day it airs in Japan on my anime list. Could be wrong. 6-7 days, yeah. But if you want to keep watching this, just check, like, your favorite piracy website of your choice every, like, week or so. Next episode is Sunday 19th. Oh, okay, thank you, Toaster. I have to burp so bad. Okay, done. So yeah, that's the episode overview. And obviously the season isn't done yet. So we still have quite a few episodes to go. Over 10. So I don't want to make any solid final statements on the season or the story so far. I will say I do like it a lot. It's really nice to see a unique anime like this that excels in, like, the OST, in the art, in the writing for the most part, the world building, the originality, things like this. It's so good. It's 3 hours of sleep enough to survive 3 hours. What the fuck? Why is Toaster constantly training for, like, the shit that was in that really, really bad YouTube original movie with Logan Paul and Peyton List in 2017? Where like all the kids had to take a test and the people who failed would die? I don't know, I forgot the name. I don't think it was Prodigy. I thought it was pretty good. Me too, I'll probably keep up with it. I think the Summer Hikaru died is over now. I have to catch up with it. I'm on episode like 10 or something. But I think I'm gonna put this in my weekly anime to look forward to thing. Anyways, on to the characters. Because the season isn't over yet, I put, like, basically, like, the main 3. So I put, like, Rudo and then the other 2 ones that we see the most. And I'll add more if we, like, finish this season for anime list. I need to watch the last 2 episodes of Hikaru. I think me too. I think I have like 3 or 4 left. Alright, Dudo, Trash Vandal, Shorebrek. I don't know how to pronounce that. What do we think about Dudo? I think he's really cool. I think he had major character slander in the Amo fight. I think it was weird that they nerfed his character for the plot there. But yeah, he's pretty cool. I like him. I really like the red eyes with the white hair. Shorebrek. Surbress. It was funny, he's got a bit of a brash personality that makes him fun to follow. Yeah, he didn't feel really like a copy-paste protag. He kept that like shonen protag vibe without the like I don't know. Kind of like what people try when they try to like recreate Naruto's personality and they just don't do a good job. I can think of an example because I drop trash like that, so I guess like Eden Zero. Though I haven't watched Eden Zero in forever, but yeah, Dudo kind of reminds me a little bit of like Ed from Full Metal. I think the Chiwa thing is similar to Dingy with Makima. Chiwa, I guess Chiwa there's not really a power that she has over him though. She was just like a person. At first I was scared that the red-haired girl was gonna be like Makima. My tea's cold already. Feels like Ed without the book smartness, yeah. Ed if he was broken, uneducated. You know, crying as a kid when someone threw something away in the trash is immediately see someone throwing away a full meal in public. Dude, when I was homeless, I would be in Panera drinking coffee, right? Because I had the sip club so I could drink as much as I wanted to. And I would see people next to me, they would leave the bread that they got with their soup on the plate and they'd leave their apples. And I wanted to grab it so bad. And this one time, I saved up like $8 or $9 so I could get the bread bowl because I love the bread bowls. And I saved up money. And I went there to get a bread bowl with soup in it. It was like winter, it was cold out. I was like, this is so peak, it's gonna be so yummy. And then this lady in front of me orders one. And they yell in the back, this is our last bread bowl, like back to the kitchen. And this is the Panera that got ran through by a car and closed right after I left, by the way. And then the lady starts giggling to her friend. She's like, oh my gosh, I took the last bread bowl. And I was like, dude, I'm gonna cry. So I get out of line, because like, what's the fucking point if there's no bread bowls? And I just sit down with my coffee. And she gets her bread bowl. She's eating it, and she eats the soup, and she doesn't touch the bread. She doesn't touch the bread bowl. She just throws the bread bowl away. I was like, what was the fucking point? When I get a bread bowl, I devour that shit. Is that not what the point of a bread bowl is? What's the point then? And I was so mad. People throw away their bread bowls all the time. Why order bread if you're not gonna eat the bread? I don't understand. Kill them all. Perhaps people that waste bread bowls should all be locked up and chained in a dungeon and starved for 7 days. Then maybe they won't throw away the bread bowl anymore. I think I've been into Panera like once. It's pretty good. I don't go there anymore because I boycott it, which hurts because I loved Panera. Dude, it was influencing her. I've always hated food waste, but especially after that. That ass grab it, I would look so disgusting and homeless. Bro, imagine looking homeless. Wait, she said, for real, thank you. I'm glad you agree. Here's cause love their mac and cheese. Yeah, dude, when they had the like different flavors, I think they had like barbecue and the Baja mac. Dude, I had a Baja mac and cheese addiction, bro. Was Israel supporting? Yes, they did a fundraiser where they were like raising money for Israel. And it was like, I think they're on like a higher offender list than Starbucks. Surprisingly. I don't remember what else they did, but Starbucks never outright had a fundraiser for it. Thank God, I've never been. Dude, I was so mad because I had a subscription. I was giving them money monthly. Higher than Starbucks is nutty. I know, right? I told them I canceled my subscription. And then they were all like, oh, we'll give it to you for 50% less. You can have $3 a month. You can have all the drinks you want. No. I was like, I will never set foot in here ever again. So much food is wasted every day. Real. It's horrible. I saw some crazy shit like a few months ago. I was sitting with a bunch of homeless people. Because sometimes I just be walking and I sit down and talk to them. Because I have a lot of homeless friends. And this lady came up. I don't know if she was homeless. I think she was just like broke. But she came up to the bus stop, and the local bakery had put like bags of bread where like all of the people congregate. So there was just like bags of bread made from the bakery just sitting there in a bag, so like it's not like exposed. And then she just came up and picked the whole loaf of bread out of the bag and just like tossed it on the ground, and then like used the bag to throw away her trash in. And I remember that the guy next to me was just staring at it like, what the hell, man? I was like, why did she do that? Huh? Just fuck it. Yeah, let me throw this bread on the ground in front of homeless people. I saw some sad shit today, bro. At school, I was on campus today earlier, and there was like those damn tours. The tours of parents and children that take up so much space and make so much noise. We're walking, and they had gotten like these little gift bags of like merch from my school, and the mom was like rustling through the bag that her son got, and then she picked up this little plush like cat toy with a little bandana, and then just looked at it and like chucked it in the grass, and it just like her son and father saw, or her son and husband saw that, and then just like didn't say anything. And so I just picked it up, and now it's in my living room. I felt so bad. So weird. I feel like people like that genuinely have like lower IQs. Low-key threats to society. Anyways. Engine. Okay, the thing about Engine is that I was raised by a somehow both a woke and a alt-rightist grandfather, okay? What the fuck? My grandpa is Italian, Native American, Irish, and he calls himself a mutt. White mixed people don't call themselves mixed, they call themselves a mutt. They call themselves like some slurs, basically. And so my grandpa is allegedly Native American and Italian and Irish. I know for sure he's Italian because he looks painfully Italian. And he tells me stories about like Native American relatives and shit. So he grew up in the 1950s. My grandpa got called the hard R for being Italian. And for a while, he will say the N-word if he's quoting something. And when I was growing up, I was like, hey, you probably shouldn't say that because you're not black. And he would be like, well, I got called it all the time because I was Italian. And I was like, well, you still can't say it because you're white. And I used to argue with him, but now I don't really... I feel like I shouldn't because like I was born not long ago from his perspective. And I don't know, if he was getting beat up and called the hard R, it's not really my place to be like, I don't know, no you didn't. So I mean obviously he's earned his keep if I exist, right? And So I had like a grandpa that was like, hey, I don't think anyone should say it, blah blah blah, and I was like, oh blah blah blah, blah blah blah. I like rap music, and I'm gonna say the N-word. And then I kind of get where he's coming from now, but I had like a simultaneously woke and not woke grandpa, and he would tell me that when he was growing up, people would call Indian people, Native American people, Injuns, because they couldn't pronounce Indian properly, and they would just say that to like, it was like a slur basically. So every time I see engineer and I have to say it out loud, it feels like I'm saying a slur because it was so ingrained in me from my woke MAGA grandpa that you don't say that word. So every time I have to say it, I'm like, oh, I can see him staring at me and shaking his head. I thought it was Injun. It's Injun. An image of Injun used was funny. Real goofy as hell. Dude, it was a YouTube thumbnail. And I was like, what? That is not Injun, bro. His name is spelled E-N-G-I-N. Because it's Romanji. It's more like Injin. Jin. I think. Because it's Japanese. Injun is fun, gives off that cool Uncle Dad vibe. He gives me like Gojo vibes. He gives me like a Sinbad vibes. Real bad. But yeah, really cool character. Of Irish descent. We are Irish descent. Yeah. Should I say the slur? No, I shouldn't. I woke up at 5 a.m. I shot myself awake and turned over and immediately grabbed my phone because I was like, I didn't even remember what I was looking for until like after I was on my phone. But it jolted me awake in my sleep, and I had a question, and it needed answers. And what I was so curious about is that I recalled there was a slur for Italian people, and I had to confirm my theory of what it was. So I bursted awake at 5 a.m., flipped over, grabbed my phone immediately. What is the slur for Italian people in America? Oh yeah, okay. And I went back to sleep. The invention is common in no way. Really? Why this is the hard R2? He's never been called it. What the fuck? Why would you want to say it then at all? If you haven't been called it. Wait, well, why would he say the hard R? I remember, I think someone said in this chat that they used to say it when they would lip sync, like, or sing along to rap music, except they would say the hard R and not the A. Which, that takes like extra muscle in your mouth. Every popular new anime has to have a Gojo type character, yeah. Stop saying bigger because I can't pronounce this properly and I'm not trying to say a slur. What do you say then? More big? More big. Became big. We have Tenjin. Tenjin and wait, who's Tenjin? Tengen? Rush hour. What the hell? Anyways, that's what I think about Injin. And then we have Rio Reaper. She's freakishly underweight, that's what it. I think the rest of the girls are too. I mean, as you guys said, everyone is. For her, I just see it on her more and it freaks me out. Is Demon Slayer do? Well, my bad. I tried to watch Demon Slayer in Japan and it bored me so bad. I was so bored. Anyways, I like Rio. She kind of seems like she might be secretly evil. I'm not sure if it's just the red hair giving me Makima's flashbacks. But yeah, she's really cool. I can't tell how much older she is than the main character. I can't tell if she's just like tall or like more mature looking. Ashila. She's scissors. She's scissors. She's 1 year older. Oh, I see. Interesting. Toast. Oh, I still had the like bread and hyper pictures up here before I started the stream. I was like, should I just keep them up here? Nah. Ludo's 15. She's 16. Oh, interesting. I would have thought she was like... I thought Udo was like 16 and she was like 19 or like 20 or something. Alright, next. Are we fucking the Ost? We've got Hugs by Pale Dusk and Tomoshibi by Dustsel. I think the Ost is peak. We did get a new opening and ending. Episode 14. But that doesn't matter. So for episode 1 through 13, these are the opening and ending. I think they are peak, bro. They are so peak. I've never liked an opening and ending unless it's Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. She's a little skinny. Someone me. I hope there's some meat on her bones, yeah? She just kept on the OP for like 3 episodes. It's so good. I skipped the openings and the outros. Bad choice, Colossosaurus. Asuka's pretty hard. Don't get to see metal for anime OPs that often. Yeah, it was so cool. At first I was like, are we sure that Yaosobi didn't help produce some of this? But no. They're so cool. Props to Pale Dusk and Dustsel. It's always nice when the OP doesn't make you want to skip it. What? What full name? What? Where's more Calliope? Where? What? Who? When? We love redheads, yeah. Hey, more Calliope said she's making the season 2 opening. Wait, what? She made the season 2 opening for Gachiakuta? I heard it in the... Okay, I feel like this is... I heard it in episode 14 and I skipped it. It just wasn't as peak as this one. I skipped it before I recognized that she made the second one. Are we season 2? I was thinking of the second one. The second one for this. For this one. The second opening. Okay, I see. That's so cool. It is interesting to like have like your achievements stuck to like a, what is it, like trademark? I don't know what to call it. IP, to where like you can't take that with you on a resume, I guess. I wonder if that was a hard choice at all. To not do it on her alt. What did she say about not being hood enough? Satan said I wasn't black, male, or hood enough. Satan decides if you're black, male, or hood enough. Jesus, Japaneses. I think she privated that rap though. I think she didn't like it. My cat's so swirly. Anyways. Trivia, kinda. So the studio that produced this anime is Studio Bones, or blah 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 Bones. I think they have their own studio, but for some reason it showed up as separate on Mal. So Bones also created the first Full Metal Alchemist, the second Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, My Hero, and Soul Eater. The middle one doesn't quite match the vibe, but we can see the vibe in Full Metal and Soul Eater. They pick up peak. So I think it's cool that they get to produce a cool anime like this. It makes sense. Bones has some heavy hitters under the belt, yeah. I'm curious how that goes. Like, does the studio pick up like the manga? Like, did they just see it? They're like, hey, we want to animate it? Or does the mangaka keep going to different studios? Like, please, look, it's so peak. I imagine it's supposed to be picked up by like Shonen Jump, or just sells really well, right? My Hero Academia is overrated and overhated at the same time. Can you elaborate? Because I know what you mean, but I can't quite put it into words myself. I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Oh my god, he's making such a weird face right now. What is that? Should I take a picture? Oh. What the hell? Cat. Yeah, I looked back and he had his eyes like half open with like a sideways face. Let's leave like 6 to 7 minutes. Okay, I'll try to have it wrapped up by then. Anyways. I put my picture of cat in Discord. Okay. I took one. Let me crop it. He has a sideways mouth. He always has like a weird mouth. Cause I rescued him. And he has like teeth problems, so his teeth like get stuck on his mouth all the time. Aki, your fully adult roommate that you live with? Yeah. I got a grown adult lounging on my bed. Alright, I'll send it in the lobby. I turned around and he was just looking at me like this. Aki like Chainsaw Man? Aki like Akira, except I made a mistake and said it was Akina. He's so orange. I know, he's super orange. He makes that face, bro. Even I'm stinky on the stream and I turn around, he's looking at me like that. Orange eye, orange. I cuddled with him earlier. He's been so sleepy recently. He's been sleeping on the bed for like 4 hours. Alright, next. Oh, I guess I should go over my personal rating. The season isn't over yet, but so far I would rate this anime at like a 7 or an 8. Probably on the higher end, like a 7.5. 7.6. I'm really impressed. It might be because I'm so derived of peak and originality in the sea of isekais and slice of life dating slop. But I like it a lot so far. And I'll probably be keeping up with it. I give this a solid 8. Yeah, I agree. So next week's voting. Keep in mind, the event for this week is theme week, and the theme was blue-haired protagonist. So, because I had to go on a little hunt, the animes for this week won't follow the top anime last season and retro anime format. It'll just be whatever animes I could find. Or not like it's like a rare thing, but like whatever animes I felt looked nice, looked good, I put them in here. Couldn't lag and rewatch. I know it was so hard not to put that in there. Anyways, and also I could have picked 4 to fill the slots, but I didn't. Yeah, anyways. So our first nominee that I have for Anime Club next week is Assassination Classroom. Blue-haired protag is right there. I have time next week. No! This is winter 2015. 22 episodes, PG-13. It has an 8.07. I always thought that Karma was hot. I loved watching Karma edits. And the synopsis is, in a city where the rich carelessly discard everything with what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Wait, I know what happened. I'll tell you guys exactly what happened. My slides wouldn't load. And every time I came back, nothing was saved. That's what happened. Hold on one damn minute. I wrote out the synopsis for this. I gotta open my Google Docs. No, Riddle was in. I know. That's him down there. Wait, is there a white-haired person here? He's just back there. He's back there in the back. You just can't see him. He like dropped a crazy spoiler. I mustn't look. I mustn't look. Where? Okay, I'm gonna read off the synopsis I have. In a remote school for delinquents, Class 3E faces an impossible mission: assassinate their new teacher. And an octopus-like being who destroyed the moon now threatens Earth with a Mach 20 speed and near invincibility. He's seemingly unbeatable, but also an extraordinary educator, training the students to sharpen both their academic and assassination skills. As they scramble to uncover his weakness, the fate of the world hangs in the balance. I thought that it was just a school for assassins. I never looked that deep into it. I see now that they seem to want him dead. Genuinely. Ban bread, he's spoiled. Do I have to go back and delete it? I somehow deleted it without looking at it 3 times. Anyways, so that's a synopsis. Sorry it's not on the screen. Hopefully the next one isn't that way. I've seen clips of the show confuse me. I've only seen edits that I gooned to, and I'm not confused at all. I know what I want to see. I miss how original the older animes were. I say this all the time, but there's a lot of older animes I want to watch. Next is Maggie the Labyrinth of Magic. This is long overdue, okay, bro? This anime is on my top 10, maybe even my top 5. And so, Aladdin is our blue-haired protag. I adore this anime. Prince Hakuryu is in it. My husband, who I married canonically. So it is fall 2012. 25 episodes. PG-13, 8.01 on my anime list. I feel bad for speaking. Spoilers. It's okay, I deleted it. Maggie is a powerful magician who guides chosen kings to conquer a mystical labyrinth called Dungeon, and wield the power of jinns, shaping the fate of the world. One young Maggie traveled with his summoned jinn, and a newfound friend traveling with his summoned jinn and newfound friend embarks on a journey across the world, exploring dungeons, forging bonds, and uncovering strange phenomena that threaten the balance of their world. The synopsis doesn't do it justice, but it also doesn't spoil. This anime is so peak, bro. I am always excited to explore the world, and I'm so mad. We were lucky enough to get 2 seasons and a spin-off, but it is so peak. It is so peak, bro. Opening is peak. It's also peak, bro. It's great. I know. I haven't found the opportunity to slide it in. I think because I feel like if I put things in here that I already watched, it's like lazy. Cause with like Gurren Lagann, I didn't really have to rewatch as many episodes. But I would not mind rewatching this one. Insane power scaling. The power, when they show their powers, it's always like a cool even for me as a girl. Like whenever it's like magical girl anime, but for guys. Whenever they power up, I'm just like, yeah, woo, shake your dreads. That's me with Sinbad. How's their Maldives are immaculate? What? Huh? Huh? When? Who? When? What? Knowing too much about anime? Or knowing more than everyone else? Now let's rewatch Gurren Lagann, trust. We can always rewatch Gurren Lagann. Actually, wait, the drive's an hour. I can sleep then too. Stay up later. Alright, what time is it for you right now, Toaster? Yeah. Ichi. What? I mean, when voting, I tend to select anime I've already watched. So I don't really have to spend time rewatching. Don't have a lot of time usually. That's understandable. Magical girl anime for guys. Well, that's called Tournament Arc. No. Because the guys here actually transform and they're hot and they're great. And now Kurio's in it. Anyway, so this is another option. It's very peak. It's 12 for me. Oh, I see. Knowing too much can hurt. And next, we have Mikaku City Actors. This anime was in every AMV I watched when I was like 12, and for some reason I know nothing about it. So I thought of it immediately when I saw the theme. But I saw this shit in so many AMVs. I saw it in I'm Blue AMVs. I saw it in like Melanie Martinez AMVs, dubstep AMVs. This shit was constant, and I could not pinpoint what the fuck it was about. So I wouldn't mind finding out. So this is Mikaku City Actors, is spring 2014, 12 episodes. PG-13, 7.01 on my anime list. The synopsis is, on a hot summer day, a shut-in teen is forced to leave his room for the first time in years after spilling soda on his keyboard. Sad. Caught in a dangerous hostage situation, he is saved by a group of teenagers with mysterious powers, who call themselves the Mekakushi Dan. Drawn into their circle, he and his digital companion begin uncovering the hidden connections between the group and the secrets that bind them together. Very cool, very pog. I wouldn't mind watching this one. It's 12 episodes, so it's a little easier on us who are in school. Other than that, I would have put a fourth option. I debated it. Like, I could have put Squid Girl in here. I could have put, like... who was I thinking of? I don't know, there's a bunch of blue-haired protags. Not School Days. School Rumble, I think technically counts. Should we watch the replay scene? I hate this feeling, it always gives me real... Is that... No, because that's what it was called! I remember it word for word! They just called it the Wraith of I. I was like, bro, this sounds like a movie name. But yeah, I felt so bad because I was like, she's just on her phone. I think about that a lot because I'm constantly glued to my phone, either texting you guys or just like trying to distract from the possibility of a thought occurring on its own. And my teachers being like, oh, she's always on her phone. She's always on her phone. Even when I put it away in class, if I get on it after class, like everyone else, for some reason I'm the only one that's called out about it. And I just think about that scene leading up to it in the anime. That's always what I think about. I hate it. I'm being very disgusting. I know. It's like, for what? Has she used her phone too much? Are all your thoughts evil? Who, me? And it's mainly just like, I don't like to think about anything ever. It usually doesn't bring me any good feelings. It's raining on and off. Anyways, so those are the options I've put in for next week. I spun the wheel of random side quests, and it said that I could pick the fourth option, and I would have put like a slide here for mine, but then my OCD was not liking it because it would have... I was like, does it fall under blue protag or does it not? And it was stressing me out, so I just didn't pick anything. And also, I already think that there's like really good... This is a good lineup. There's not really anything else that I want to add here. So I guess I could save it, for next week. I guess so. This is a pretty good lineup anyway. It's already there, so I just rewatched it. Icky. Okay, I was right. My memory is peak. Alright, next week's anime. We've got Assassination Classroom. It's saying that I spelled assassination wrong, and it's saying the only options are assassinations or assassinations with the plural mark at the end, or assignation. No assassination option? Maggie. Labyrinth of Magic. And what is this one called? Mikaku City Actors. Oh, Mikaku and City are on one. Should I pick one? Should I just like throw one in throw one in here? An anime that I wanna watch? I guess so. But I feel bad. I feel bad if that I didn't put my own infographic. I guess I'll just put it next week. I don't know. I could just spin the wheel again. Hard choice. I guess I lost it. It's your pool. I know, but I just have this painful draw to democracy. I could do it this week and next week, except next week I actually have like a slide on there. Let me look at my list. It's your choice, twin. Thank you, Toaster. I'll just throw one in to fill in the 4th slot on the poll. I didn't know if I wanted to keep it under the theme or not. Ah, I'm lagging so bad. Okay, I'm gonna do Cherno Crusade on the 4th. Just because I'm currently in the process of watching it. I'm like 3 episodes in. And the synopsis for Cherno Crusade is pretty old. It's got that like 2000s art style. And what was I gonna say? Oh, I think it's 2004. I could be wrong. That might be really wrong, but I think it's 2004. And it's like this, like, there's like a squad of nun warriors. They have like nun outfits, but they're not like sexualized in any way, surprisingly. They stay pretty modest. And they just fight. They're pretty badass. They're all like superheroes. And the main nun has like this little demon guy that she partnered with because he's not evil, basically. And it kind of has like this like gloomy aesthetic. It has like a cute art style, but it has a gloomy aesthetic. And according to the reviews on my anime list from like 10 years ago, the anime gets pretty deep. And they were like, oh, this is the greatest anime of all time. This is the greatest anime that I've ever seen. Modest fictional nuns? I know, right? So the reviews from the otakus before us in 2010 thought it was so peak. So I've been trying to watch it, and I haven't had the time. I think it's rated R. I haven't figured out why yet, aside from just like they fight monsters, and I think the monsters kill people, like side characters and background characters. It kind of has this like dark fantasy vibe, like 90s fantasy movie vibe as well, because of the color palette. That's my best description of it without putting it on the screen. So I'm just gonna put that in option 4. I think it's 25 episodes. In case anybody is feeling freaky deaky. I did see reviews that were like, oh, the ending is awful. Not in like a bad writing way, but in like a heartbreaking way. Which I'm kind of scared to get my feelings hurt. But there's you guys' warning. And then I'll start the poll. And then I'll wrap things up while it's pulling. And I'll probably either after the stream go and like stream things in the server, and we can like watch a movie or something. I don't know. I'm celebrating not having schoolwork to do, and I might just read if we don't do anything. Other than that, do I cancel my Speechify trial? When did I start that? Wednesday? Wednesday, yeah. Okay, I'm safe. Not like they could take anything anyway. Dark Fantasy and a sad ending? Yeah, I can look it up if you want. I actually... Okay, there's a lot that I try to do in the slides like every week, and sometimes I forget, but generally I try to keep an icebreaker, episodes, characters. I've added the Ost recently, and what else? The trivia, that thing. I was thinking about adding like fun/funny my anime list reviews, and I've been forgetting to do that recently, but I can go and find some. In the anime, his name is Chrono, like Chrono. It looks like, I think Trono. Cherno. Okay, it's Chrono. It's Cherno, like it's spelled Cherno. I'll read the synopsis here. The 1920s was a decade of great change and upheaval, with monstrous demons appearing across America. It takes place in America, pretty cool. To combat this menace, the holy organization known as the Order of Magdalene was established. The organization's New York branch is home to the young girl and reckless sister, Rosette Christopher, as well as her partner, Chrono. Tasked with the extermination of demonic threats, the renowned team is excellent at their job, despite causing extensive collateral damage on their missions. However, both Rosette and Chrono are driven by their dark past. Through exterminating demons, Rosette hopes to find her lost brother Joshua, who was taken by the sinner and demon Ion, with whom Cherno also shares a bloody history. The two of them must fight off the increasingly dangerous demonic menace and discover its source, while continuing to learn for the truth behind Joshua's disappearance. Disappointance? The synopsis reminds me of like 90s media. Good night, Toaster. So the reason I picked it was because it looked unique. That's why I'm watching it. It kind of has like, I don't know, like a dark fantasy vibe. Okay, it's 24 episodes. It's 7.60 on my anime list. Let me see what the reviews say. Oh yeah, the cover of the manga looks really, really, really like American comic style. Let's see the reviews. Alright, okay. We've got a guy. We've got the top review from the guy that recommends was in December 30th, 2007. His profile picture is him with scene hair in front of his mirror, taking the front camera phone selfie. Our back camera phone selfie. That was the only camera at the time. And he's not even holding the phone up. He's holding it sideways. This guy knows what the fuck he's talking about. Last online, April 1st, 2012. Wait, he's kinda cute, bro. Hold on. His name's Tonbui. Let's read his bio. My name's Tonbui. I'm a nice guy, really. Chances are, I'm waiting for you to talk to me. But the last time you were online was 12 years ago. He joined my anime list in 2007. Interests: art, design, electronic music, raves, marching band, drumline, volleyball, water polo. A little anime on the side. Disinterests: boring, unlively people like myself in person. Habits: speaks too softly, often drowsy. Nice things to know. I'm a semi-pro yo-yoist, aspiring artist. Wait, pro yo-yoist? He did it weird. Aspiring artist. I love modern retropolitan culture. Graffitist, expensive taste, low budget. Anime preference, romance, drama, comedy, light action, preferably all together. Oh, he linked his MySpace and his Tumblr. Oh, we found a time capsule, bro. Hold on. Do we think he still looks like this now, though? I trust this man's opinion on the anime. I gotta give you guys his opinion. He's a pro yo-yoist. Alright guys, let's see. I uploaded his picture here, but it's not here. Put it on the screen. I couldn't stop simping. Oh, bro. Okay. Are we back? Bro, I could not see jack shit. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if I froze for you guys, but I was frozen. Not receiving. Are you there? Am I? Am I here? Connection poor. All because I tried to put a picture on the screen? Want me to put this scene boy's picture on the screen? She was gone for a sec. Well, I'm glad I'm back. I've been struggling. I actually cannot put his picture on the stream. That's not good. Why does it say I'm still live? Hello? Am I? Polls on. It told me that the stream ended. Hello? Hey, hi? Hello? Hello? Oh, my cat's trying to get out. My cat is here. Oh, he's so sleepy. He's so sleepy. What's happening? I tried to put a picture of a guy, a scene boy from 2007 on my screen, and every time I clicked the picture, my computer started breaking. What are you doing? You're such a baby. I have the orange on me. Sleepy, sleepy. Sleepy, sleepy orange. Where do you wanna go? It's the same stream though, right? Like it didn't start a new one? It might just be the storm, but for some reason it joined with me clicking the scene boy. Okay, Aki's out now. He wanted out. The same? Okay, good. Alright, I'm gonna try again. I think that was a sign that I shouldn't put the scene boy's picture up, but I think it is just such a time capsule. And I think it's so sad that he disappeared when I was in 4th grade. Let me see if I can. Let's see if it crashes again. Okay. This is him. This is the guy who gave it a good review. This guy knows what he's talking about. It is a shame that he's disappeared. I always feel so bad when I go on my anime list pages and it's like last online 2014. His birthday's August 5th. He has 51 anime days. Let's see what he was watching and what he thought. Whenever all the comments on this page are just saying rip, rip. Asian brother, I commend it, arise. Whenever you stop coming online on my anime list, everyone comments rip on your page. I think it's so funny. Alright, my anime list is so old. He watched Bakemonogatari. When did Bakemonogatari come out? 2009? It looks so new. You watched Brotherhood, didn't rate it. Lucky Star Kaon, of course. Watching, completed. Chobits. He rated Chobits higher than Clanad. He rated it 10. Oh no, not Chobits. Cherno. He rated Cherno 10. Rated Clanad a 9 and Chobits 7. If that gives us like a scale of his judgment. Did he die? No, he just stopped coming online. Should we click his MySpace link? Oh no, it's all gone. It's in Garden Grove, California. What about the Tumblr? Privacy error. Okay. Bro's lost the time. Maybe one day he'll come back online. Alright, so this guy's review comes up in the recommended on Chrono Crusade. He said, I know people are a little skeptical about a perfect 10 review, but that is, without any exaggeration, how I feel about Chrono Crusade. So passionate. There's a glitch with like the formatting. So I have to read what he's saying, like, in between actual, like, coding gibberish. He said, after completing the first episode, I wasn't really fascinated with it at all. And I thought it was pretty generic, but I was wrong. And he completed the series. And that he said it has multiple intricate characters with cool subplots and details, and the story is brilliantly put together with no holes. And the ending is very complete. The negative review. Let's see. Let's compare the negative review to our Chad Twanbui that we have here. Too full of piss to sleep, too tired to piss. Very real. So the opposer to Twanbui, they don't recommend review, is a person with an anime girl with cat ears profile picture. And they also have a RIP comment on their page because the last time they were online was 2017. And what they had to say was, I can't fathom why this is rated so high. Once the plot starts to move, it just becomes stupid. I don't know. I think Tonbui knows what the fuck he's talking about. Do we agree? What are bros up to now? I hope he has a nice career and isn't like homeless or dead or something. Oh, guys just don't look like this anymore. They really don't. Anyways, goodbye Tonbui. I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. I can't find his picture to get rid of it. Here we go. Alright. Let me check what the poll's at. We got Assassination Classroom at 50. Maggie at 17. Maggie at 17. I think the storm is messing with my connection. So I'll hurry up and wrap it up. He looks trustworthy. He does, doesn't he? Alright, so we're watching Assassination Classroom because today was postponed. Yesterday was postponed. We have less days. So Assassination Classroom's 25, I think. Assassination Classroom. Ansatsu Kyoshitsu. 22, okay. 22 divided by 7. I was mid-typing assassination, then switched to my anime list, and then went to do my math. So I just looked up ass 22 divided by 7. Why did it pop up the AI overview for this? Well, okay. We have to watch Pi per day, 3.14. So, I guess 3 episodes technically, maybe an extra one later. So 3 episodes a day to get it done by next Thursday. Dobry Trachka Russia. Yeah, I think that's everything. I'll close the poll. Thank you guys for coming to today's anime club. Sorry for the postponement twice, technically. Thank you Toaster for reaching level 12. Thank you. Thank you Brickrowick for reaching level 11. Thank you. And thank you Meepy Morbs for reaching level 9. Thank you. Olivia Tiki Ben. Ass 22 divided by 11. Yeah. I need to keep up with my math. I think I have a bruise on my leg. Something hurts on it, but the bruise hasn't formed yet. I voted Maggie. Thank you, Hyper. I appreciate it. Anyways, thank you, mods. Ben, Meepy Morps. It's so weird seeing all the usernames like in @ format now. Thank you, mods, Ben and Meepy Morps, for making sure everything goes smoothly. Thank you. I'll see. Wait, what? It's 7? Huh? Are you gaslighting me? 7? 7? 7? That's 7? That was weird. Are we sure? It's 11:30. The ranks. Question mark? It's 11. It's 12:30. 7 was 11. Oh, my bad. I see. Maybe I had like a Freudian slip or something. Anyways, I think it's a thank you to all my mods. I don't think there's anything else I have to say. I'll finally have a schedule on Sunday, probably. And then we can continue on with the spooky stuff. I'm debating doing for like Halloween a reading where I allow submissions of like people's scariest light skin experiences from the evil light skins. I would post this on TikTok as well. And I would read them on the Halloween stream. 4 years ago, I did rapping on Halloween. And then I went to IHOP. I miss rapping on stream. I'm debating it. What about Shirley Brown? Oh yeah, we'll be doing that too, of course. 6 7s. This is the one time I'll make this joke. The one time. 6 7. Anyways, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I'll see you guys tomorrow probably because I have nothing to do and I can't drive anywhere. See you later. I feel embarrassment. Vague sense of shame and embarrassment. I'm sorry, Brad. Anyways, thank you guys for waiting for me today. Sorry for the week without streams. It sucked, but I'm all caught up on my homework now. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your days and nights and 24 hours. I will see you guys tomorrow probably. And yeah, bye bye, paka paka.